Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into the world of American coin collecting to uncover the top 5 most valuable and rare Lincoln 1-cent coins that have sold for jaw-dropping amounts, some even in the millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions! So grab your magnifying glass, check your pocket change, and let's find out if you've been holding on to a fortune without even knowing it. Stick around until the very end because you won't believe which penny topped the list with a record-breaking value. Now, let's get into it. If you love discovering hidden gems in your pocket change or diving deep into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage, you're in the right place. Today, we're about to uncover the incredible story behind the 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that many people overlook, yet it could be hiding right in your coin jar or tucked away in your collection. And believe it or not, this coin could be worth up to $11,000 today depending on its condition and rarity. Yes, that's right. What looks like a simple old penny from 1971, with no mint mark, could turn out to be a goldmine if you know what to look for. So, let's dive deep into the history, errors, grading, and current market value of this stunning coin. Stick around until the end of the video because I'll also be sharing tips on how to identify the rarest variations of this coin and how you can potentially cash in big. Let's start with the historical background. The 1971 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The obverse, or front of the coin, features a right-facing bust of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design still used today. The reverse side, until 2008, showcased the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, the year 1971 was not an unusual year in terms of U.S. coin production. However, it was a transitional time. The U.S. Mint was still striking pennies with 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition used since 1962. Each of these coins weighs approximately 3.11 grams, and the copper content alone in today's metal market makes these pennies worth more than face value, even if they're not rare. Most importantly, in 1971, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, only the Philadelphia minted coins bear no mint mark. So, if you see a 1971 penny with no mint mark under the date, that's from the Philadelphia Mint. But not all no-mint mark coins are valuable. It's specific errors and high-quality strikes that make the big difference. Why is the 1971 no-mint mark penny valuable? So why is this coin worth so much? Most 1971 pennies without a mint mark are only worth face value or a few cents due to their copper content. But when you factor in error varieties, superb uncirculated condition, and grading factors, the value jumps dramatically. One major reason for the increased value of a 1971 no-mint mark penny is die errors. Some of the most sought after include double die averse, DDO. This is where the date, or the word, liberty, appears doubled, a result of misalignment during the striking process. These errors can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the clarity and condition. Off-center strikes. These occur when the planchet, the blank coin, is misaligned during the strike, creating a coin that is partially blank. A dramatic off-center strike can sell for over $1,000. BI errors. This is when a die break forms a vertical line between the B and E in liberty, making it look like there's an extra letter, I. These minor errors are popular with collectors and can bring in $50 to $100 or more. But the real value lies in high-grade specimens. When a 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is found in mint state condition, especially grades MS65 to MS67 red, RD, that's where the money is. These coins exhibit a bright red luster, minimal scratches, and excellent eye appeal. The redder the coin, the higher the value. Let's take a closer look at the current market values based on condition and grading. A 1971 no-mint mark penny in circulated condition is typically worth around 2 to 10 cents, primarily due to copper content. In uncirculated condition, MS60, MS63. Values range between $5 to $50 depending on luster and strike quality. A coin graded MS65 red, RD, can sell for $200 to $500, and those few specimens in MS66, MS67 read by PCGS or NGC have sold at auction for between $2,000 to $7,000. The highest recorded price for a 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny was over $11,000, sold at a premier auction due to its perfect luster, deep red tone, and flawless surfaces. That's the top tier for a common coin turned rare gem. So, what does this tell us? Grading matters immensely. If you think you have a perfect 1971 penny, it's worth sending it in for professional grading to unlock its true value. How to identify a valuable 1971 penny? Here are key things to look for when evaluating your 1971 penny. No mint mark below the date. Confirm it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Color. Is it red, red-brown, or brown? Red is the most valuable. Luster. Does the coin shine? Uncirculated coins with original luster are worth more. Strike quality. Are the details crisp and sharp, especially in Lincoln's hair and beard? Error signs. Check with a magnifier for doubling in the date or lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. Surface condition. Avoid coins with scratches, nicks, or discoloration. If your penny checks off most of these boxes, especially if it's red and appears uncirculated, you may be sitting on a very valuable coin. If you believe you have a valuable 1971 no mint mark penny, here's what you should do next. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to carefully inspect it. Compare it with images of known DDO or high-grade examples online. For grading and authentication, send it to trusted grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. You can sell your coin via eBay or Etsy, for casual sellers heritage auctions, for high-end sales local coin shops or coin shows, for in-person evaluations professional appraisal is highly recommended for anything you believe is worth over $100. So there you have it. The amazing truth about the 1971 no mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. What was once just a small copper coin now holds the potential to earn you thousands of dollars, especially if you strike gold with a rare error or a pristine uncirculated example. Keep checking your pocket change and old coin jars. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. One lucky find could turn an ordinary day into an unforgettable payday. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more rare coin discoveries, and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable update. And hey, have you found a rare coin recently? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, coin collectors! Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare Lincoln pennies, focusing on one specific coin that may be hiding right in your pocket change, the 1974 no mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This unassuming coin, struck over 50 years ago, has turned into a jaw-dropping collectible. Some of these coins have sold for as high as $13,999 in the current market. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know, from its rich history, mintage background, key errors, grading, and how you can determine if your 1974 penny is worth thousands. So grab your magnifying glass and let's begin the journey into the world of rare Lincoln cents. Part 1. Historical background of the 1974 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The obverse features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse in 1974 still showed the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959. Now let's zoom into 1974. This was a unique time for the U.S. Mint. With rising copper prices due to inflation, the government started experimenting with alternative metals to save costs. This was the year the Mint produced several test coins in aluminum, but those were never released to the public and are considered illegal to own. However, this led to increased attention on 1974 pennies overall, making them one of the most interesting modern-era coins for collectors. Most 1974 pennies were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But today, we're specifically talking about the 1974 no-mint mark penny, which was minted in Philadelphia, because Philadelphia didn't use a mint mark at the time. Part 2. Physical features and composition. The standard 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. The obverse displays Abraham Lincoln, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1974. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial with the inscriptions, "United States of America, et pluribus unum," and 1 cent. This copper composition is what makes many 1974 pennies visually appealing. They often have a rich red or brown tone. Higher grades with that red luster are especially sought after in the collector's market. Part 3. Mintage numbers and rarity. The Philadelphia Mint produced an enormous number of these coins. Over 4 billion 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cents were struck. So on the surface, you might think there's nothing rare about it. But the truth is, among these billions, a small number of coins were struck with exceptional quality, unique errors, or preserved in pristine condition, and that's where the value lies. Part 4. Key errors and varieties to look for. There are several error types in the 1974 no-mint mark penny that make them extremely valuable. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1974 pennies show doubling on the date. The word, "Liberty," or "In God We Trust." These errors can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their clarity and condition. Off-center strikes, coins that were not properly aligned during minting, resulting in a portion of the design being cut off. A 10% to 30% off-center error can fetch $100 to $500 easily. BIE error. This is a die break between the B and E of Liberty that makes it look like there's an extra letter, I, in between. While not as valuable as a DDO, BIE errors are collectible and can be worth $10, $50. Struck on the wrong planchet. Some rare 1974 cents were struck on dime or foreign coin planchets by mistake, making them ultra-rare and valuable. These types can sell for over $2,000 to $7,000. High-grade mint state, MS, condition, coins graded MS 67 red or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are extremely rare and valuable. One such specimen sold for $13,999, making it one of the most expensive 1974 no-mint mark pennies ever recorded. Part 5. How to identify a high-value 1974 penny. So how do you know if your 1974 penny is the rare and valuable kind? Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass or digital microscope to inspect details for doubling or die cracks. Evaluate condition. Coins with no scratches, full luster, and no signs of circulation may be worth submitting for grading. Weigh the coin. If it's significantly underweight or overweight, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Look for color. Red pennies, especially with a bright copper tone and no discoloration, fetch higher values than brown or toned ones. If you think you've found a rare coin, consider submitting it to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, for authentication and grading. A professionally graded coin has higher credibility and value in the collector's market. Part 6. Current market value. So what is the current market value of the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? Circulated coins in average condition are worth 1 to 5 cents. Higher grade uncirculated coins, MS 63 to MS 65, typically sell for $10 to $50. Rare mint state red coins graded MS 66 or above can sell between $100 to $1,000. Top-tier graded examples, especially MS 67 RD and above, have sold for as much as $13,999. Depending on demand and rarity factors like errors or pristine luster. That's right. A coin that cost just 1 cent to make could now be worth nearly $14,000. That's why so many collectors are paying attention to this year. Part 7. Where to find one and final tips. You can still find 1974 no-mint mark pennies in circulation, coin rolls from banks, or old jars in your garage. You can also find them at estate sales, flea markets, and coin shops, and sometimes people are selling them online without knowing their true worth. Here are a few final tips. Always handle your coins with gloves to avoid oil damage. Store coins in a dry, cool place in protective holders. Never clean your coin. This can destroy its value. Use websites like PCGS Price Guide or eBay's sold listings to compare similar coins. Join coin collector communities for expert advice and coin trading. Conclusion: the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how an ordinary-looking coin can turn into a goldmine if you know what to look for. With unique errors, rare mint conditions, and historical intrigue, this penny stands out as one of the most valuable Lincoln cents from the modern era. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, keep your eyes open. The next time you check your change, you might just find a treasure worth $13,999. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the most valuable and rare coins in U.S. history. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're still hunting for that perfect 1974 penny. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck. Welcome back, coin lovers, treasure hunters, and penny collectors around the world. Get ready, because in today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating and valuable world of rare Lincoln pennies, and the spotlight is on the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You heard that right. This little copper coin, often overlooked and dismissed as pocket change, could be worth up to $8,000 in today's market, and we're going to explain why, how to identify it, what to look for, and the amazing history behind it. So stay tuned until the very end of the video, because you don't want to miss a single detail that could lead you to discovering one of these valuable coins in your own collection or pocket change. Let's jump right in. To begin with, the Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln penny became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it has remained a staple in American coinage ever since. Now fast forward to the year 1975, a year filled with economic change, social shifts, and cultural milestones. The penny minted during this year might look ordinary at first glance, but for sharp-eyed collectors, it hides some extraordinary value. The 1975 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark on pennies. So if your 1975 penny has no letter under the date, it means it came from Philadelphia, which is completely normal. But not all 1975 no mint mark pennies are worth thousands. What sets the valuable ones apart are specific traits, rare errors, and high-grade conditions. Let's talk about what makes a 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth up to $8,000. First, condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A penny fresh off the press and never circulated, what collectors call mint state, especially in grades like MS67 or MS68 red, can bring thousands at auction. The bright red luster, sharp strike, and flawless surface make these coins extremely desirable. In fact, pennies with full original red coloration and no signs of wear are the ones that often fetch the big bucks. Coins that were preserved in mint sets or never entered circulation are your best bets. But there's more. Some era coins from 1975 are incredibly rare and valuable. We're talking about double die averse (DDO) errors, where the design elements on the front of the coin, like the date, Liberty, or I in God We Trust, appear double due to a misalignment in the die during minting. These doubling effects can be obvious or subtle, but when verified by coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC, they can skyrocket a coin's value into the thousands. Another factor collectors love to chase is off-center strikes, broad strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. These are all rare minting errors that occurred when the coin press malfunctioned or the wrong metal blank was used. A 1975 penny with one of these errors could also bring in hundreds or thousands depending on how dramatic and rare the error is. Now you may be wondering, how can a common penny from 1975, which millions were made, be worth $8,000? That's a great question. Over 5.4 billion Lincoln pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1975. That's a massive number. But here's the catch: the vast majority of those coins were circulated, scratched, dented, or lost over time. Finding one in pristine condition, a coin that looks like it was just minted yesterday, is like finding a needle in a haystack. When one of these high-grade 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln cents shows up at a professional grading service, and it receives an MS-67 or higher red designation, collectors jump on it. There simply aren't many of these surviving, and demand for top-tier Lincoln cents is very strong. For example, a 1975 Lincoln penny graded MS-67 red by PCGS has sold for over $7,500 at public auction. And prices can vary depending on bidding competition, the coin's eye appeal, and whether it has any special strike features like a satin or proof-like finish. Speaking of grading, let's talk briefly about what these grades mean. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Anything above MS-65 is considered gem condition. MS stands for mint state, which means the coin shows no signs of wear from circulation. If you think you have a 1975 penny in great shape, it might be worth sending it to a grading company to have it professionally evaluated. So, what should you be looking for in your 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies? Here are the top things to look out for. Mint luster. Look for that original shine in coppery red color. The brighter, the better. Sharp strike, details in Lincoln's hair, the lettering, and the Lincoln memorial on the reverse should be crisp and well defined. No scratches or wear. A clean surface with no dings, scratches, or discoloration is ideal. Doubling or errors. Examine the date, lettering, and design for any doubling, distortion, or unusual features. Graded by a reputable service. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC are your best chance of high value. And now, let's talk about the current market value. As of this year, 2025, a 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in top mint state condition, specifically MS-67 red or higher, can sell for up to $8,000 depending on the buyer, market demand, and competition at auction. Lesser grades still fetch decent money too. MS-66 red coins can go for hundreds, while MS-65 examples might range from $50 to $150. Even circulated coins with rare errors could command a premium. Now here's a tip: if you're sorting through old change, rolls of pennies from the bank, or inherited a coin collection from a family member, don't skip over the 1975 Lincoln pennies just because they look ordinary. You might be holding a small fortune in your hands without even knowing it. Let's wrap it up with this powerful reminder: rare coins are still out there. People across the world are finding them in pocket change, flea markets, coin rolls, and estate sales. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a simple 1-cent coin could be hiding big money potential. So take out your magnifying glass, check your coins carefully, and you just might strike gold. Or in this case, copper. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content about valuable coins, rare finds, and the secrets of coin collecting. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunting tip. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday viewers curious about the hidden fortune you might already be holding. In today's incredible video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage, specifically, the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You may be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary coin, which you might easily overlook in your pocket change, could be worth up to $5,000. Yes, you heard that right, $5,000 for a modern-day penny. So stick with me to the end, because we're going to break down the history, features, errors, and current market value of this valuable coin, and show you exactly what to look for to determine if you're holding a tiny piece of treasure. History and background: the Lincoln 1-cent coin, better known as the Lincoln penny, has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, The obverse side of the penny features a profile portrait of the 16th president. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has gone through many small but important design, composition, and minting changes. By 2004, the Lincoln penny was being minted with a copper-plated zinc composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, due to cost-saving measures implemented since 1982. The reverse side still featured the classic Lincoln Memorial design, a detail that remained until the bicentennial redesign in 2009. Most 2004 pennies were minted at either the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally doesn't use a mint mark, or the Denver Mint, which uses a DE mint mark. However, it's the Philadelphia no mint mark coins with certain rare characteristics that have grabbed the attention of collectors and auction houses alike. Key features of the 2004 Lincoln penny. Let's take a closer look at the defining features of this coin. On the obverse, we see Lincoln's right-facing bust with the word Liberty on the left, the date 2004 on the right, and the motto, In God We Trust, along the top rim. On the reverse is the Lincoln Memorial with the denomination 1 cent below it, and United States of America, and E Pluribus Unum surrounding it. This design might seem quite ordinary at first glance. But here's where it gets exciting. Among the millions of 2004 Lincoln pennies, a few have surfaced with unusual errors or striking conditions that have made them highly desirable among collectors. Rare errors and variants to look for. Error coins are often the reason a modern penny becomes extremely valuable. These aren't just mistakes. They're minting anomalies that rarely occur and get released into circulation by accident. Some known errors on the 2004 Lincoln cent include die doubling, DDO and DDR. Some 2004 pennies show strong doubling on the date, the word Liberty, or In God We Trust. These are referred to as double die obverse, DDO, errors, and they significantly increase the coin's value. Off-center strike. A 2004 penny with an off-center strike, especially one that still shows a complete date, can be worth hundreds or even thousands depending on the severity and completeness. Clipped planchets. A clipped planchet error happens when the blank metal sheet used for the coin wasn't punched correctly, resulting in a coin with a missing edge. These types of errors from 2004 are also collectible. Die cracks and cuds. Cracks in the die can lead to raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. A cud is a more extreme version where a chunk of the die breaks off, causing a blank spot on the coin. High-grade condition. Even without any errors, a 2004 no mint mark Lincoln penny in mint state 67 or higher with red luster and perfect detail can demand huge premiums due to its rarity in that pristine condition. These are the coins that fetch the most money at auctions, sometimes as high as $5,000. Grading and market value. Grading is an essential part of determining a coin's value. Coins are typically graded on a 70-point scale by organizations like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. For the 2004 no mint mark Lincoln penny to be worth $5,000, it typically must be an MS67RD, mint state 67 red, or higher and authenticated by a reputable grading service. Why is the red designation important? Because coins come in 3 basic color classifications: red, RD, red-brown, RB, and brown, BN. The redder the coin, the closer it is to its original mint luster, and thus the more valuable. A 2004 penny in MS65 brown might only fetch a few dollars, but an MS67 red version can skyrocket into the thousands. A high-quality example graded MS67RD recently sold at auction for over $5,000, thanks to its flawless surface, sharp strike, and brilliant color. These premium examples are incredibly rare because most coins from circulation are heavily worn, scratched, or discolored. How to spot a valuable 2004 no mint mark penny. So how do you know if your 2004 penny is one of the valuable ones? Here's what you should do. First, examine the coin's surface under a magnifying glass or microscope for any signs of doubling, die cracks, or other unusual features. Check for off-center strikes or clipped edges. Compare the color and luster of the coin. Does it still have a bright red finish? If it looks uncirculated and possibly mint state, consider getting it professionally graded. Visit auction sites or coin grading databases to see recent sales of similar coins. And don't forget, sometimes coins with even minor errors can bring in good money if the condition is excellent. Why are collectors paying so much? You may be wondering, why would anyone pay thousands for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and condition. Collectors are always searching for the best examples of every coin, and coins with errors or pristine condition from recent decades are far scarcer than people realize. Additionally, investors are pouring more money into tangible assets like rare coins, pushing prices higher at auctions and private sales. Conclusion: to wrap up, the 2004 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may look ordinary, but under the right circumstances, especially if it has mint errors or is in superb condition, it could be worth as much as $5,000 today. That's a life-changing amount for a coin most people wouldn't even look at twice. So, check your pocket change, dig through your coin jars, and start inspecting your pennies closely. You never know, you could be holding a modern treasure without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing discoveries in the world of rare coins. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a video, and drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin or have questions about your own collection. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that may just be hiding in your pocket change or tucked away in your coin jar, the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. Yes, you heard that right. A modern-day penny from 2006, with no-mint mark, that's turning heads in the numismatic world and is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $9,488. This isn't just any penny, this is a modern-day marvel of American coinage, and if you have one in pristine condition, you might be sitting on a small fortune. So make sure you stick around till the end of this video because we're going to cover everything, from the coin's fascinating background and production, to the specific features that make it rare, the types of errors to watch out for, and how you can potentially profit from this penny. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the history and background of the 2006 Lincoln penny. This coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Series, which began in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins replaced the wheat cent series, and the reverse design was changed to showcase the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, the 2006 penny marks one of the final years of the Lincoln Memorial design. In fact, just a few years later in 2009, the United States Mint introduced the special bicentennial designs followed by the permanent shield reverse in 2010. So, the 2006 Lincoln cent is part of the end of an era, making it more desirable to collectors seeking the last of the classic memorial design. Most 2006 Lincoln cents were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, meaning they would normally bear a P or D mint mark. But here's the twist. Some pennies from 2006 appear with no mint mark at all, even though they were produced in Philadelphia. That might sound ordinary at first, but here's where it gets interesting. The absence of a mint mark on a 2006 penny can sometimes point to striking errors, die variations, or even planchet issues, and these are the coins that collectors are chasing after. But wait, why would a 2006 penny without a mint mark be so valuable? Let's explain. By default, coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint do not carry a mint mark on pennies. So a 2006 no mint mark penny isn't immediately rare, unless it shows exceptional qualities, such as being in flawless uncirculated condition, being struck on the wrong planchet, having double dies, or featuring other notable errors like off-center strikes, broad strikes, or die clashes. Now let's talk about coin errors, the hidden treasure in ordinary-looking pennies. Certain 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln cents with rare errors have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Let me give you a few examples. A 2006 penny with a double die reverse DDR, where the letters in 1 cent or United States of America appear doubled under magnification, can fetch well over $1,000 depending on the condition and severity of the doubling. Another known error is the off-center strike, where the design is visibly misaligned. If 30% or more of the coin's design is missing and the date is still clearly visible, it could be worth between $250 and $2,000 to the right buyer. But the jackpot goes to those extremely rare MS68 to MS69 red condition coins, which are virtually flawless and graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. These coins, especially when combined with error types or unique visual anomalies, can reach astonishing prices. And that brings us to the most eye-popping sale. A 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent sold for a staggering $9,488 in a public auction, thanks to its pristine red condition and strong collector demand. Now, how do you know if your 2006 penny might be worth a fortune? Here are the top features you should look for. Color and condition. If your coin has a bright, original reddish luster and no signs of circulation wear, it's likely an MS, mint state coin. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Strike errors. Examine the coin for misaligned or off-center features, doubling in the letters or date, or anything that looks unusual. Planchet errors. Sometimes, coins are struck on the wrong metal blanks. If your penny looks oddly colored, heavier or lighter, it could be a minting mistake. Die cracks or cuds. These raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface occur when the die used to strike the coin becomes damaged. Collectors love these. Now let's break down the grading scale real quick. MS60, MS62, uncirculated but with noticeable marks or weak strikes. Might be worth a few dollars. MS63, MS65, better eye appeal, fewer marks. Could be worth $20 to $200. MS66, MS67, high-grade coins with strong luster and few imperfections. Valued between $300 and $1,000. MS68, MS69, nearly perfect coins. These are the money makers, with auction prices climbing into the thousands, including that famous $9,488 sale. But be careful, just having a shiny 2006 penny doesn't guarantee it's valuable. You'll need professional verification. So if you think you found a gem, submit it to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, for authentication and grading. So where can you find these treasures? Check your old piggy banks, pocket change, cash registers, estate sales, bank rolls, flea markets, and garage sales, and don't forget to use a 10x magnifying loupe and good lighting to check for doubling and minor errors. Alright, coin family, let's summarize why the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might be your ticket to a small fortune. It marks one of the final years of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse. Rare varieties with doubling, off-center strikes, and pristine condition make it extremely valuable. One of these coins has sold for as much as $9,488, proving that even modern coins can be goldmines for collectors. So, the next time you're handed a penny, don't just toss it in a drawer or ignore it. Give it a close look. That ordinary coin could be extraordinary. If you enjoyed this video and want more updates on valuable coins hiding in plain sight, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a treasure hunting tip. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable penny, or if you're going to check your change right now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming. Your $1 million coin might be just one penny away. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel that dives deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. If you're a coin collector, hobbyist, or just someone who stumbled upon an old penny and wondered if it could be worth a fortune, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about a modern coin that's been quietly gaining attention among collectors and selling for a surprising amount of money. That coin is the 2008 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, and its current market value can reach as high as $10,388 in rare cases. So, buckle up as we dive into the incredible story, hidden history, and value potential of the 2008 Lincoln penny with no-mint mark. Trust me, you'll want to check your change drawer after watching this video. Let's begin by taking a step back into the year 2008. At first glance, this penny may seem ordinary, and you might think, how could a modern coin like this be worth thousands of dollars? Well, The answer lies in its production details, mint errors, condition, and demand in the numismatic market. The 2008 Lincoln penny was minted in massive quantities, primarily at two main U.S. mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The ones from Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, while those from Denver feature the small letter D beneath the ear. The no mint mark version, the one we are focusing on, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now you might be wondering, if millions were made, what makes some of these coins special? And that's an excellent question. In general, the typical 2008 no mint mark Lincoln cent you find in circulation is worth face value, just 1 cent. But some rare versions of this coin have fetched prices in the thousands. How? It all comes down to errors, high-grade condition, and rarity within those conditions. One of the key factors that determine a coin's value is its grade. Coins are graded by services like PCGS and NGC on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. Most coins in circulation are in the 10 to 40 range due to wear and handling. But if a 2008 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is found in near perfect condition, let's say MS-68, or even MS-69, then it becomes extremely desirable among collectors, especially if it's full red in luster, meaning it retains the bright copper tone it had when it was freshly minted. One such 2008 no mint mark Lincoln cent, graded by PCGS at MS-69 red, was sold for an eye-popping $10,388 at auction due to its nearly perfect condition, blazing red surface, and excellent strike. That's right, a coin that originally cost 1 cent sold for over $10,000. Let that sink in for a moment. Now let's talk about what to look for if you have a 2008 no mint mark penny lying around. Here are the key features that could signal your coin is worth money. First, check the luster and surface. If your coin is bright red, has no scratches or dings, and looks almost brand new, that's your first clue. Next, examine the strike quality. Lincoln's face should be crisp and detailed, the lettering should be sharp, and the edges well defined. Then, look for errors. Some 2008 Lincoln pennies are known to have die cracks, doubling, or other minting flaws such as off-center strikes or die clashes. These types of errors make your coin more collectible and can significantly increase its value, even if the condition isn't flawless. Collectors love unique coins, and mint errors turn a common penny into a highly desirable rarity. And don't forget, professional grading is essential if you believe your coin is in exceptional condition or has a valuable error. A certified coin with an official grade can sell for far more than an ungraded one. For example, ungraded 2008 pennies with strong luster and minor errors might sell for $50 to $100, but a graded MS-68 or MS-69 with a recognized error can skyrocket past the $1,000 mark, and in that rare instance, even cross the $10,000 threshold like the one that reached $10,388. Let's now talk about the historical importance of this coin. The year 2008 marked the final full year of the traditional Lincoln Memorial reverse design. Introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the reverse featured the iconic Lincoln Memorial Building in Washington, D.C. However, in 2009, the U.S. Mint released a new reverse design to commemorate Lincoln's 200th birthday, known as the Lincoln Bicentennial Series, which featured 4 different reverse designs showing scenes from Lincoln's life. This makes the 2008 Lincoln Memorial penny the last of its kind, and collectors are always drawn to transitional years like this. That's another reason why pristine examples from 2008 are gaining attention and value, especially those without the Denver Mint mark. And now, let's talk about the current market. As of today, in 2025, the value of a 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny in average circulated condition remains around 1 cent. However, high-grade uncirculated examples are selling online and at auctions for prices ranging from $100 to several $1,000s, depending on the quality, error type, and certification. The rarest and most perfect example known reached a price of $10,388, making it one of the most valuable modern Lincoln Memorial pennies in existence. So, how can you cash in? Start by checking your spare change, old coin jars, and even coin rolls from the bank. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to look for exceptional details and possible errors. If your coin seems to have no scratches, full red color, and appears flawless, then you might want to consider submitting it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. To recap, what makes the 2008 no mint Mark Lincoln penny worth up to $10,388? Near perfect condition, MS68 to MS69. Full red luster mint errors like doubling or die cracks, high demand due to being the last full year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse official certification and grading by a reputable coin service. Now that you know all this, go check your 2008 pennies. You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure worth thousands. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny or have questions about a coin in your collection. I love reading your stories and sharing helpful tips with this amazing community of coin enthusiasts. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and happy collecting.